Hey guys, Antonio here with another video on Crucial Conversations, and today we're going to be talking about start with heart, how to stay focused on what you really want. And before we get started, click that subscribe button down low, follow along with more videos like this, send straight to your inbox every single week. Let's get started. So, as I mentioned in the previous chapter, you need to get yourself right first in order for the conversation to go right, okay? How do we get ourselves right? That's what we're going to discuss right here. A key fact you need to know right now, and I want you to understand this from this episode on, that you will know to think about this when you get into a problem with someone else. The problem is not always one person's fault 100%. So, you and I get into an argument, it's probably not 100% your fault or 100% my fault. No matter what the situation is, 99.9% of the time, it's not 100% your fault, not 100% my fault. Get that into your head. People tend to do the blame game and blame other people instead of blaming themselves first. Find out what it is within the 100%. Even if it was 0.00000000001% your fault, find out what it is and correct that mistake that you made. Okay? That's the first thing you take from this. Now, people who are good with conversations begin with the right motives in mind, and they stay focused on it no matter what comes to them in the conversation. So, what are the right motives then? That's what we need to understand. You get the right motives from figuring out the answers to 3 questions. First is, what do I really want here? Now, I'm going to use the example of getting into an argument with a roommate about maybe your roommate invites people over and makes a mess every single time the people are over and never cleans up the mess. Okay? So, what do you want from that situation? You usually want the living room to be clean. That's all you're looking for right now. You want to maintain your relationship with your roommate. You want to make sure that everything is clean and that you can be respected. Those are your goals from the conversation. Now, the second question you ask yourself is the exact opposite. What do I not want here? It would be the opposite of what you just asked here. So you don't want your relationship with your roommate to be damaged. You don't want to not be respected, and you don't want the living room to be clean. It's that simple. So that clearly states what you want from this conversation. Now, the third question is a solidifying question here, and that is, how would I behave if I really wanted these results? What would I do in order to get the results that I just laid out from these last 2 questions? First, I'm going to give you a scenario where I don't have these questions answered. Yo, bro, can you please clean your shit up? I don't understand. Every time I come in here, everything's a mess. You never listen to anything I'm saying. Can you please just listen? What was wrong with that? I started bringing up other things that weren't on my list, right? I said something along the lines of, I don't want people, he's not understanding what I'm saying. Now, that's not one of the motives that I just lined out over here. That's why you need to do this process before you can go into it. And I would suggest writing this out before you even get to that point in time, where this becomes subconscious and you don't really need to think about it. It just happens. Okay, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, and this is how I'm going to act to get those results. So, now let's look at the scenario after I've asked myself these questions. Hey man, I'd really appreciate it if when you had your friends over, if right afterwards you can clean, because sometimes I tend to have my friends over afterwards and then I have to clean up the mess, and then when my friends are gone, I clean up the mess afterwards, and then it feels like I'm cleaning twice and it's a lot of work for me to do. If you could, I would appreciate it. I want you to have your friends over as much as possible. Friends are awesome, but please, if you could, just when they're here and when they leave, if you can clean up after them, it'd make my job so much easier. Thank you. That's how I was able to keep the relationship with my roommate and hopefully friend while getting respected and having the living room clean. So this way, when I come, I don't have to deal with the mess. So, the goal here is you want to find the win-win solution for both parties. You don't want any party to be hurt. And I talk about this in my How to Win Friends and Influence series. Check that out if you want more information like this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on crucial conversations, staying focused on what you really want. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for you to purchase a copy of this book on Amazon. Check me out on Patreon. Check out my social media. I post every single day on all platforms. And guys, as always, remember that a chapter a day allows for success to make way. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.